नहीं है।
सब जानते हैं।
आप हंसिए, हमारा आंकड़ा नहीं है, यह सच्चा आंकड़ा है। 27 करोड़ लोगों को हमने गरीबी से निकाला था और 23 करोड़ लोगों को आपने गरीबी में वापस डाल दिया।
सेम।
और हो क्या रहा है, फॉर्मल सेक्टर में मोनोपोलीज बन रही हैं। किसी भी आप सेक्टर में देखिए, और सबसे दो मोनोपोलिस्ट के बारे में थोड़ा सा बोलूंगा। उसको वो कोरोना के समय अलग अलग वेरिएंट्स आते हैं ना, डेल्टा, ओमिक्रॉन, वो डबल ए वेरिएंट है, और वो पूरा का पूरा हिंदुस्तान की जो अर्थव्यवस्था है उसके अंदर फैल रहा है। आपने बात उठाई तो मैं उसके बारे में पहले बोल देता हूं। एक व्यक्ति को, नाम नहीं लूंगा, एक व्यक्ति को हिंदुस्तान के सब पोर्ट्स, ब्रांड, हिंदुस्तान के सब पोर्ट्स, हिंदुस्तान के सब एयरपोर्ट, पावर, ट्रांसमिशन, माइनिंग, ग्रीन एनर्जी, गैस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, एडिबल ऑयल, जो भी हिंदुस्तान में होता है उधर अदानी जी दिखाई देते हैं। और दूसरी साइड अंबानी जी पेट्रोकेमिकल्स, टेलीकॉम, रिटेल, ई कॉमर्स में मोनोपोलियां। तो पूरा का पूरा धन जो है चुने हुए लोगों के हाथ में जा रहा है। और आपने जो असंगठित सेक्टर को खत्म किया, देखिए अगर आप इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर को खत्म कर देते और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जॉब्स आप क्रिएट कर देते तो फिर इतनी प्रॉब्लम नहीं आती, फिर दो हिंदुस्तान नहीं बनते। मगर आपने क्या किया, आपने असंगठित सेक्टर को खत्म कर दिया। नोटबंदी, जीएसटी, कोरोना, सारे के सारे जो स्मॉल और मीडियम बिजनेसेस हैं उनको आपने बंद कर दिया। बोलने दीजिए। सारे के सारे जो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम इंडस्ट्री है आपने उसको खत्म कर दिया, नष्ट कर दिया। अगर आप उनकी मदद करते, उनको सपोर्ट देते तो फिर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर तैयार हो सकता था। मगर जो लोग आपका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर बना सकते थे उनको आपने खत्म कर दिया। तो आज हिंदुस्तान में आप मेड इन इंडिया की बात करते रहते हो। मेड इन इंडिया हो ही नहीं सकता। आज बात खत्म हो गई है, क्योंकि मेड इन इंडिया वाले हैं कौन? मेड इन इंडिया वाले स्मॉल मीडियम वाले हैं, उनको आपने खत्म कर दिया। मेड इन इंडिया वाले कौन हैं? असंगठित लोग हैं, उनको आपने खत्म कर दिया, हटा दिया, परे कर दिया। मेड इन इंडिया नहीं होने वाला है। अरे भाई, मेड इन इंडिया करने के लिए स्मॉल और मीडियम इंडस्ट्री को ही बड़ा करना पड़ेगा। बिना स्मॉल और मीडियम इंडस्ट्री को सपोर्ट दिए मेड इन इंडिया हो ही नहीं सकता है। और अगर आप पूछते हैं तो मैं आपको बताता हूं, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जॉब्स की अगर हम बात करें तो मेरे पास आंकड़ा है यहां पे, पिछले 5 साल में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जॉब्स 46% कम हुए हैं। 46% drop in manufacturing jobs in India. Why? Because you have destroyed the unorganized sector. Why? Because you have destroyed MSMEs. That is why you are focusing completely on 5 or 10 people. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with big industry. Focus on them. But please realize that they cannot produce jobs for you. Small and medium industry is the only people who can produce jobs for you. That is the reality. और हो क्या रहा है, दो हिंदुस्तान बन रहे हैं, आप यहां पे भाषण देते रहते हो, नया हिंदुस्तान, न्यू इंडिया, मेक इन इंडिया, और कौन से नारे हैं, स्टार्टअप इंडिया। आप ये बोलते रहते हो और देश में बेरोजगारी फैलती जा रही है। और आप ये मत सोचिए कि ये जो गरीब हिंदुस्तान है जिसको आप बना रहे हैं, ये मत सोचिए कि ये चुप बैठा रहेगा, ये मत सोचिए कि ये चुप बैठा रहेगा, ये चुप नहीं बैठा रहेगा। इस हिंदुस्तान को सब कुछ दिख रहा है, इस हिंदुस्तान को दिख रहा है कि आज, सुनिए, इन लोगों को दिख रहा है कि आज, ये आंकड़ा आप सुनिए, ये आपकी सरकार की देन है, ये आंकड़ा अच्छी तरह सुनिए। इस गरीब हिंदुस्तान को दिख रहा है कि आज हिंदुस्तान के 100 सबसे अमीर लोगों के पास हिंदुस्तान के 55 करोड़ लोगों से ज्यादा जायदाद है। बात समझिए, 10 लोगों के पास 40% हिंदुस्तान से ज्यादा धन है, 10 लोगों के पास। यह कैसे हुआ? यह आपने किया, यह नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने किया। और तो मैं आपको एक सुझाव देता हूं, प्रधानमंत्री जी को आपको सुझाव देता हूं, ये जो दो आप हिंदुस्तान आप बना रहे हैं, इन दो हिंदुस्तानों को जोड़ने का काम जल्दी से शुरू कीजिए। स्मॉल एंड मीडियम इंडस्ट्रीज की मदद करना शुरू कीजिए। जो हमारे बेरोजगार युवाएं हैं उनकी मदद कीजिए। और ये जो आप पूरा का पूरा धन इन्हीं 5-10 लोगों को दे रहे हो, क्योंकि ये आपकी मार्केटिंग करते हैं, आपको टीवी, व्हाट्सएप, फेसबुक पे लगाते हैं, ये काम आप बंद कीजिए, नहीं तो देश का नुकसान होगा, आपका नहीं, देश का नुकसान होगा। तो पहला मेरा सुझाव यह है, नंबर 2 और नंबर 3 भी है, अभी आएगा वो, और वो जो आपने 60 साल की बात कही थी वो नंबर 3 में आएगा। Now, I'd like to speak. There are
आप तो
now there are two competing visions of this country, which is frankly the main difference between us and them. If you read the Constitution of India, you will find, and many of my colleagues who have not read it should look at it, you will find that India is described as a union of states. India is not described as a nation, it is described as a union of states. What does that mean? That means my brother from Tamil Nadu has to have the same right as my brother from Maharashtra, as my sister from Maharashtra, as my brother from Uttar Pradesh, as my brother from Bihar, as my sister from Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram. That's what it means. What it means, Jammu Kashmir, of course, Jammu Kashmir, Nagaland, of course, Andaman Nicobar, of course. That is Lakshadweep. Now what is the difference? You have to understand this. This is a serious matter. I would like to have your view on it. And I would like this Parliament House to start serious discussions instead of the type of discussions that we're having. That is why it is serious. It is serious, and I would like a serious response. Right? What I heard, frankly, what I heard in the first address today was not serious. What I heard Mr. Dwivedi say was not serious. It did not behoove this House. It was not at the standard that this House should be used to. It is not at the standard that India should watch. Now, let me come back to the discussion. Let me come back to the discussion, Speaker Sir. There are two visions. There are two visions of this country. One vision that it is a union of states, meaning it is a negotiation, meaning it is a conversation, meaning I go to my brother in Tamil Nadu and I say, what do you want? and he says, this is what I want. And then he asks me, what do you want? And I say, this is what I want. It is a partnership. It is not a kingdom. Remember that. You will never, ever in your entire life rule over the people of Tamil Nadu. It cannot be done. You will never, ever in your life rule over these other people. Please listen to what I'm saying. No matter what fantasies you might have, you will never ever rule over the people of the states of India. It has never been done in 3,000 years. Never ever. The only way India has been ruled, and you can look at any empire you want. You can look at Ashoka the Great. You can look at the Mauryas, you can look at the Guptas, you can look at anyone you want. It has always been ruled by conversation and negotiation. Now, what is the problem? The problem is you people are confused. The problem is you people think that these languages, these cultures, these histories, you think that you can suppress them. You have no idea of history. You have no idea what you are dealing with.
Shame on you.
Because the people of Tamil Nadu have inside their heart the idea of Tamil Nadu, the idea of the Tamil language, and then also the idea of India. Yes. Do not be confused. Yes. The people of Kerala have the idea of, I am telling you the truth. The people of Kerala have a culture. I am now a member of Parliament of Kerala. I understand it slightly better. They have a culture, they have a dignity, they have a history. The people, like the gentleman said, the people of Rajasthan have a culture, have a history, have a tradition, have a language. They have a way of life. This is like a bouquet of flowers. This is our strength. I learn from the people of Tamil Nadu. I learn from the people of Rajasthan. I learn even from you. Every day I learn from you. I do. It's not funny. It's not funny. I learn from you. Right? It's not funny. Anyway, there is another vision. A vision that India can be ruled by a stick from the center. You people have no idea of history. Because every time it has been attempted, that stick has been broken and smashed. Now what is happening as a result of your flawed vision of the country? Two Indias are of course being created. Two Indias are of course being created. Speaker sir.
अध्यक्ष महोदय,
So what is happening? What is happening as a result of this flawed vision? Two Indias, उस पे भी बोलता हूं, उस पे भी बोल देता हूं, मैं उस पे भी बोल देता हूं, मैं इमरजेंसी में भी बोल देता हूं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मैं बोलने से नहीं डरता हूं, आप उनका मैं डरता नहीं, मैं बोलने से आप anyway. So there are two visions. One is a union of states, union of languages, union of cultures, a bouquet of beautiful flowers that can challenge any power in the world. No power in the world has ever been able to challenge this bouquet of flowers. Now, there is another vision. A centralizing vision, the vision of a king. the idea of a king, which the Congress removed in 1947. We smashed that idea of a king. Now that idea of a king has come back. That there is a king, a Shahin Shah, a ruler of rulers, a master of masters. Now what is happening? Now Speaker sir, what is happening?
आप बीच में मत बोलिए.
Now Speaker.
No, सबको.
Now Speaker sir, what is happening as a result of this flawed vision? What is happening is that the instruments of the conversation between our states, the instruments of the conversation between our peoples, what we call the institutions of our country, are being attacked and captured by one idea. So, for example, today, the idea of Tamil Nadu is excluded from Indian institutions. They can keep coming to you again and again and again and again and saying need, and you will say no, get out of here. Right? They do not have a voice in your framework. The farmers of Punjab can stand up and say we do not agree with these 3 laws. They do not have a voice in your framework. Only the king has the voice. The farmers can sit for 1 year. They can sit for 1 year outside in Corona. They can die, doesn't matter. The king does not agree. You do not listen to anybody. And even all of you, my dear brothers and sisters in the BJP, I saw my Dalit colleague speak today, Paswanji. I saw him. Yes. He knows the history of the Dalits. He knows who has oppressed the Dalits for 3,000 years. And he is speaking with a hesitancy. He is speaking without. I am proud of him. I am proud of this gentleman. He has spoken to me what is in his heart. I am proud of this man. But he is in the wrong party. Don't worry, घबराइए मत.
नहीं, बीच में नहीं. तो बीच में थोड़ी बोलेंगे. बाद में. No.
Look, Speaker sir, I am a democratic person. I will allow him to speak.
ये सुनो एक मिनट. ये आप किसी को इजाजत नहीं दे सकते. ये अधिकार मेरा है. प्लीज बैठ जाइए. आप वो इजाजत दे सकते हैं क्या आसन को? वो इजाजत देने का अधिकार नहीं है. ये अधिकार आसन का है. किसको इजाजत देनी है, किसको नहीं इजाजत देनी. माननीय राहुल जी प्लीज बैठ जाइए. मैं दूंगा आपको मौका. मैं आपको मौका दूंगा.
So, Speaker sir.
माननीय सदस्य प्लीज बैठिए. मैं आपको मौका दूंगा. बोलते रहे आप.
Speaker sir. So this confused ideology, this confused understanding of the nation of India is playing havoc with this country. And I'll give you examples. The judiciary, the election commission, Pegasus, these are all instruments of destroying the voice of the Union of States. When you apply Pegasus on an Indian politician, when the Prime Minister personally goes to Israel and authorizes the use of Pegasus in India. He is attacking the people of Tamil Nadu. He's attacking the people of Assam. He's attacking the people of Kerala. He's attacking the people of Bengal.
एक मिनट, point of order.
52(1). 352(1). स्पीकर सर, 352(1) कहता है कि ए मेंबर while speaking shall not refer to any matter of fact on which a judicial decision is pending. सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ये पेंडिंग है सर, और यदि इनको सुप्रीम कोर्ट पर विश्वास है, कोर्ट पर विश्वास है, तो ये अपना फोन जो है जमा करें, पहले ये शामिल हो सर, ये पहले उसके इंक्वायरी में शामिल हो, क्योंकि इनका नाम भी पेगासस में है, सो कॉल्ड ये जो कह रहे हैं, इसीलिए ये पेगासस का नाम नहीं ले सकते सर, ये कोऑपरेट नहीं कर।
Now, so what is happening is that a particular organization has captured the institutional framework of the country and is attacking the voice of the different states of this country. And my fear is that you will get a reaction from that voice. My fear is that this attack that you're carrying out on the institutional framework of this country is going to get a response from the Union of States. And you're fiddling. I understand this. You might not appreciate it. But my great-grandfather spent 15 years in jail building this thing. My grandmother was shot 32 times and my father was blown into bits. So I understand a little bit about what this country is. My blood has been sacrificed, not by me, by my great-grandfather, by my grandmother, by my father for this country. So I understand what it is. And you are fiddling with something very, very dangerous. And I am advising you, stop. Because if you do not stop, you will create a problem. You have already started creating the problem. The problem has already started in the northeast. The problem has already started in Tamil Nadu. You're not visible. It's not visible to you right now. Jammu Kashmir, which I will speak about, which is my third point. Now, what you're fiddling with is extremely dangerous, and it demonstrates a complete lack of understanding of history. Please, this evening, go back and look at all the empires that have ever ruled India. Look at them carefully. You will find that every single one of them is a union of states. There's not a single empire. There was a reason Ashok used to go and put his pillars everywhere. Because it was a union of states where Ashok, the great king, respected everybody. You are disrespecting everybody. Disrespect me, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But you cannot disrespect the people of this country. Right. Now, final. And I think one of the more important parts of my speech. Actually, I want to say one other thing, which I demand an apology from the Home Minister. And this represents again the idea of a union of states versus the idea of a king. Now, a few days ago, some political leader, I'm not going to name, came to me from Manipur. And he was very agitated. I spoke to him, I said, why are you agitated, my brother? And he says, Rahulji, I have never felt as insulted as I have a few days ago. I said, why? He said, Rahulji, a delegation of Manipuris, political leaders, senior leaders went to see the Home Minister. Outside his house, very serious, right? I'm saying something very serious. Let me say it. We have been weakened. The conversation between our people is not taking place. Our institutions are under attack and we are completely surrounded. The Chinese have a very clear vision of what they want to do. They are very, very clear about what they want to do. And 1 second, please. The single biggest, you can ask anybody who understands, the single biggest strategic goal of India's foreign policy has been to keep Pakistan and China separate. This is fundamental for India. And what you have done is you have brought them together. Today, do not be under any illusion. Do not underestimate the force that is standing in front of you. Do not underestimate the power that stands in front of us. Do not underestimate it. You have brought Pakistan and China together, and this is the single biggest crime that you could commit against the people of India. China has a clear vision, and I can clearly see, without any confusion in my mind, that China has a plan. China has a plan. I can see without any doubt that the Chinese, please, we are all nationalists, so let us discuss properly. I can see that China has a clear-cut plan. The foundations of their plan have been put in place in Doklam and in Ladakh. Do not underestimate what we are facing. This is a very, very serious threat to the Indian nation. This is a very, very serious threat to the Indian nation.
Wake up.
We have made huge strategic mistakes in Jammu and Kashmir. We have made huge strategic mistakes in our foreign policy. And if we do not correct those mistakes, what are the mistakes? I have just told you. You have brought China and Pakistan together.
You are the perpetrator.
You have brought China and Pakistan together. You have taken the concept of two different fronts and converted it into one unified front. And by the way, in case you haven't realized it, in case you haven't understood what's going on, it is very clear that the Chinese and the Pakistanis are planning. Look at the weapons that they are buying. Look at their activity. Look at the way they are talking. Look at who they are speaking to. I am clearly stating in the House of Parliament that we have made a massive blunder, and we need to make sure, absolutely sure, that we can defend ourselves against the Chinese. Please remember what I am saying, because the Chinese will act. Remember what I am saying, and remember that you will be responsible for anything that happens. That is why it is important that as a nation, we start this conversation. It is important as a nation that you listen to what we say, because we have experience, we have understanding. You might not think so, but we have people on this side who understand these things, have great understanding. Use us. Use us. I can see that some of you are understanding what I'm saying. I'm happy. I'm happy. I can see. So these are the 3 points I wanted to make today. The nation is now at risk. The nation is at risk. The nation is at risk from outside.
From inside.
The nation is at risk from inside. And that is a very dangerous place for a nation to be. And I don't like it. I am very uncomfortable with my nation, with my beloved country standing where it is standing. Completely isolated on the outside, fighting on the inside, institutions captured, states not able to speak to each other. This worries me. It frightens me for my country. And so that is why I thought it was important that I speak today. I know that many of you will just rubbish what I'm saying. I understand it. That's what you've been told to do. And I'm happy to let you do it. But remember what I said. You are putting this nation, this wonderful nation and its people at huge risk. Stop. Thank you.
कमलेश पासवान जी, आपको मौका है। कमलेश पासवान, प्लीज प्लीज आप बैठिए। आप क्यों हो गए? बैठिए कमलेश पासवान
जी। राहुल भाई अपने भाषण में मेरा नाम लिए और दलित कहकर मुझे कहा कि आई एम इन अ रॉन्ग पार्टी, यू आर इन अ रॉन्ग पार्टी। अध्यक्ष जी, मैं इनको बताना चाहता हूं कि आपकी नीति क्या रही है, आपके दादी की, आपके पिताजी की, कांग्रेस की जो नीति रही है, आज तक हमारे समाज को फूट डालो राज करो। और उसी के नाते जब पूरे देश की जनता इस चीज को समझ गई है तो यही हाल अध्यक्ष जी, इसीलिए यही हाल हो गया है कि मेरे जैसे एक छोटे से सांसद, कहां बांसगांव, कहां राहुल गांधी और कमलेश पासवान के बाद बोलने का इनको मौका मिला। और ये कोई कर सकता है और हम सब लोगों के सौभाग्यशाली है अध्यक्ष जी कि जिस पार्टी में हूं, मेरी पार्टी ने मुझे 3 बार सांसद बनाने का, इस उम्र में बनने का अवसर दिया, टिकट दिया। इससे ज़्यादा मुझे और क्या चाहिए? ये मेरे आउटलाइंस को करेंगे। मेरी खुद एक पहचान है। 3 बार सांसद रहा हूँ, 2 बार विधायक रहा हूँ। मेरे स्वर्गीय पिताजी, उन्होंने कहा कि मेरे पिताजी मारे गए। मेरे भी पिताजी अध्यक्ष जी मारे गए। मेरे भी पिताजी जो है रैली में मारे गए। तो मैं भी जानता हूँ दर्द को, इस देश को और इस क्षेत्र के सभी चीज़ों को जानता हूँ। तो जब कभी किसी के बारे में पॉइंट करें तो अपने मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा असंसदीय भाषा हो जाएगी। हैसियत कमलेश पासवान को इनके बस के नहीं है कि अपने पार्टी में लाकर मुझे खुश कर सकें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अध्यक्ष जी।
टी आर बालू जी।
वो एक दिन अपना दर्द बता रहे थे।
Honorable Speaker, sir, I have to profoundly thank you for giving me this opportunity.
बालू साहब, आप भाषण बोल रहे हैं, सब कांग्रेस के लोग जा रहे हैं।
No, sir, they are with me only. We are all one, sir. We are all one only. And on behalf of my leader,
आपका बायकाट कर रहे हैं।
Dr. Talabadi, M.K. Stalin and the party, I would like to thank profoundly to speak on the Thanksgiving motion for the speech made by the Honorable President of India on 31st January 21 in the floor of the Central Hall in the both houses of Parliament. And I once again thank you for giving me this opportunity. It is a normal day. There is no noise or any such thing. I need not raise my voice. Sir.
Mike is not good.
Sir, incidentally tomorrow.
Okay.
Is it not? Sir, incidentally tomorrow is the death anniversary of the great Dr. C.N. Annadurai. We fondly call him as Anna. It is the 54th anniversary of Dr. Anna, wherein my leader, Dr. Talabadi M.K. Stalin, will be paying the floral tributes from the memorial tomorrow morning. Sir, I could only quote his speech in Rajya Sabha when he was a member of the Rajya Sabha. I quote, I belong to Dravidian stock and I am proud to call myself as a Dravidian. That does not mean that I am against a Gujarati or a Maharashtrian or a Bengali. I said Dravidian because Dravidian has got something different, something distinct, something concrete to offer to the nation at the large. See, the legacy of Dr. Anna, the C.N. Annadurai, would not be forgotten forever, sir. The legacy is for the country, for the union of state, for the state itself, sir. Sir, when PM entered the Loksabha, after the election in 2014, with tall promises, he said in the election meeting, he said 15 lakhs will be provided for each and every countryman. Each and every countryman, 15 lakhs. That was the promises made by the Honorable Prime Minister during the election. But after entering into the Loksabha and the Rajya Sabha, he has not made it good. The 15 lakhs is yet to come even today. But I have not forgotten that things. I have not forgotten. Nobody will forget it. And at the same time, he has also mentioned in his election manifesto, he said, 2 crores jobs will be provided for the young entrepreneurs. 2 crores jobs for every year. See, the 7.5 years is over. More than 15 crores jobs would have been created by the Honorable Prime Minister. But I cannot forget that issue, sir. Even I cannot forget the thing he has promised in the floor of the House and outside the Parliament. He has said, Indian farmers will be provided MSP shortly. Farmers, lakhs and lakhs of farmers who are hesitating at the outskirts of Delhi, please go to your home, go to your state, see, go and live with your family. I am here to look after you. He said promise. That promise has been fulfilled. We expected all these things in the President address. Beyond this, sir, I could only say, because of opposition disunity, I am sorry, including me only, because of opposition disunity, the people who got the mandate of 37.36% of vote are sitting in the ruling party, whereas 63% is sitting in the opposition, sir. It is very sad. It is a deflection and distortion of in democracy, sir. Speaker, sir, I come to the point now. Speaker is very much looking at me. And see, I can only draw the attention of this House. Para 34 of this President address. In para 34, the President has quoted, local languages are also being promoted through national education policy. Emphasis is being laid on conducting important entrance examination for undergraduates courses in Indian languages as well, unquote. This is the points pronounced by the President of India in the floor of Central Hall, sir. What has happened, sir? What has happened? This is not new to India. So even in IAS examination, even today, the people are writing in their own languages. But as if it is new to the House or new to the parliamentarians, President has said, he is going to bring the languages in the competitive examinations. That is not proper. It has been involved for many years. So even in the railways and this postal examination, 2 to 3 years back, what has happened? It was denied. The same government which is now coming forward through the election, this President's speech, that they are going to bring the languages once again. They denied the opportunity of conducting examination in the local languages, in postal and as well as railway. But finally, only the administrative ministers interfered and they have done it. They brought back the languages once again, sir. But DMK, because of the DMK agitated in both the houses of the parliament, inside the parliament, outside the parliament, this has happened. They have given the opportunity right, the competitive examination in their languages, sir. Again, sir, competitive examination is held in NEET. You know, it is a menace. It is a menace to Tamil students, sir. Sir, more than 30 people, 30 students, young students have sacrificed their life. They have committed suicide. They have committed suicide in Tamil Nadu because they lost their ranks while after writing the NEET examination, sir. So what is the problem, sir? What exactly the problem? Nobody knows what has happened. So what is happening in Tamil Nadu? See, actually, the entrance examination, NEET entrance examination, the questions of NEET examination are all in CBSE syllabus. Whereas our Tamil students who have studied the the studied up to +2, they used to write the examination, +2 examination in state board examination. What has happened? There is a vast difference between CBSE syllabus and state board examination. See, actually, the person who are Tamil students who are entering into the NEET examination, they miserably fail, they lose their ranks. Finally, they commit suicide. More than 30 students, young students, have committed suicide in Tamil Nadu. This matter was taken into consideration when my leader, Dr. Stalin, came to power, and he has established one committee, the judicial committee, under the head of Mr. A.K. Rajan, the Justice A.K. Rajan. He has received more than 80,000 affidavits. The justice has received more than 80,000 affidavits, wherein they said, categorically said, we don't want our students cannot be subjected to the NEET examination. So categorically, all the 80,000 affidavits have been made. Under that affidavit, A.K. Rajan has decided, no, we have to abolish the NEET examination forthwith. That is what they have advised the government, and the government came forward along with the opposition leaders. They met my leader, Stalin, met the opposition leaders. They categorically said, okay, we will frame a resolution to that effect. And Tamil Nadu Assembly has brought a resolution first time in the history of Tamil Nadu, Tamil Nadu legislature. They have brought one resolution to abolish NEET examination. And they have brought a bill also. That bill was approved, legislated on 13/9/2021. On 18th, it has been remitted, it has been sent to governor. So as it can be sent to President of India for assent. What has happened, sir? For the past 5 months, the governor is sitting over the bill. How can he sit over the bill, sir? As per Article 200, 201, this matter should have been referred to the President of India for his assent. As per Article 254, President has to decide and send it to the state for after assent. But this is not happening, sir. That is why what has happened, initially, my leader, he has sent the General Secretary of the Tamil Nadu by DMK party, who is happened to be the Water Resources Minister. Water Resources Minister met the governor in person, requested him, pleaded, nothing happened. Afterwards, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Talapati Mukha Stalin himself went there to meet the governor. What he has said? Nothing. He has waited for 1 month. After 1 month, he has requested the members of parliament belonging to all the parties, irrespective of X or Y, all the parties went with the petition to the President of India, to meet the President of India, and President of India was not well. That is why we have handed over the petition to the governor, the President's office. Afterwards, we met the Honorable Home Minister of India. Home Minister met us more than 20 minutes. He heard properly. He said, okay, we will call the Charity Ministry as well as Health Ministry. We will take up a proper decision quickly, he said. Nothing has happened. So far, nothing has happened. That is why that has irritated us, the DMK members, especially me. I have to speak on, I have to intervene the President of India, for which I feel sorry. It never happened. In DMK stood up, and on behalf of the DMK, not only DMK, the students who have been affected, who have sacrificed for the cause of the 30 people who have sacrificed, I was stood up and requested the President of India kindly to intervene. The President has been asked to intervene in this matter to order the governor of Tamil Nadu to send the same thing, send the bill to his own address. It is very strange, sir. There is no other way for me. Sir, till now, till date, nothing has happened on the NEET examination, sir. The NEET is still pending. And moreover, in spite of all my friends, in spite of all the friends, going and meeting, nothing has happened. The government is keeping lukewarm position, sir. The A.K. Rajan committee, what was his terms of reference? Whether need-basis administration is an equitable process, the first thing. The second thing, whether the socially and economically backward students are affected. On these two grounds, he has asked everyone to file affidavit. On 80,000 persons affidavits, he has taken a decision. The man who has covered the judiciary, he has advised Dr. Talapati, and he made the bill and passed the bill, sent to governor. Governor is keeping it. I don't know on how we are going to manage the situation. The person who is the constitutional head, he himself knows what is the constitution. But he is not sending the bill to the president for assent means it is horrible. It cannot be tolerated, sir. Sir, moreover, sir, HM has promised, Home Ministry has promised, when the delegation went there, Home Ministry has promised to assist us quickly for the flood damages which has occurred during recently. 3 times the state of Tamil Nadu was subjected to heavy flood. Because of the flood, many houses, many farmlands are perished. Even the paddy field is nothing. They are lost. Farmers have lost crores and crores. The committee, central committee, has come there, but National Disaster Restoration and Relief Fund has not come so far, sir. He has not provided the fund. But he has promised during his speech, during his intervention, he said, before 31st January, we will provide you, we will send the money quickly to the Tamil Nadu. But the state of Tamil Nadu is waiting. We have not yet got anything. Sir, finally, before I end this, the thing is, sir, Tamil Nadu is known for freedom fighters, known for many freedom fighters. I will point out 1 or 2. Sir, Veeramangai Velu Nachiyar, the queen, the lady, the royal queen, fought with the Britishers, won the war with the 5,000 soldiers. He won the war. She was the first woman, 100 years prior to Jhansi Rani, sir. In 1780 it has happened. Under 1780, she fought with the British rulers. She got it. She won the war. That lady's idol and the pictures. Poet Bharati, each and every poem which he has established used to fire the water, even fire the water at that time during the independence days. His portrait was depicted in the float. It was rejected by the people. And more VOC, sir. VO Chidambaram Pillai, who was the first freedom fighter, who sailed 2 ships from Tuticorin to Colombo. Very much against the British rulers. He established the company against the British India Company. He established the merchant shipping, but that person, the hero of the freedom movement, has not been entertained by the federal government. Sir, one person, one selector. It is very much funny to note that. It is very much funny, and we feel sorry also. One person who is among the selector, he asked the other selector, wow, Chidambaram Pillai, is he a trader? He asked him.
Shame on him.
Trader.
Shame on him.
See, he is asking such a quality. See, the persons have been selected. The selection committee has been established without knowing what was the freedom movement, nothing. They have, see, these are all the things which I want to see. They may not entertain. Well in Veeramangai, well in Nachiyar, Queen, well in Nachiyar. They may not entertain Chidambaram Pillai. They may not entertain Bharadiyar, Mahakavi Bharadiyar.